All right, guys, we are back in Orlando finally. As you can tell, it is gloomy right now. The weather temperature dropped a lot. Not only that, but it is freaking pouring right now. It actually lit up just a little bit, and it also went a little bit light on the rain. But anyway, we were thinking, what's a good way to warm up? You know, we came from a really, really hot country. We're back into the US. We're back in Orlando, Florida. And the temperature dropped quite a bit, so the hit of like the difference in temperature feels massive, even though it really isn't. It's like 70 degrees, 68 degrees, which is nice and cool for Floridians. I know some other states out there that's like still beach weather. With that said, today I was thinking that the best thing we could do would be to go to a wing restaurant. So, as you guys know, there's Buffalo Wild Wings, there's Wingstop, and there's a whole bunch of other chains all over the US. But there's one here in Florida that I believe it's only in, I think they have one location in Virginia, multiple locations here in Florida, and they have like 3 or 4 locations in Alabama, but that's it. They're nowhere else in no other state, which is awesome. I know they're expanding, but I've heard good things. They opened up, I believe, a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, and we'd never even been. So that's definitely something we want to go ahead and check out. I believe the name of the place is Island Wing Company. So they have a whole bunch of different flavors. They have a whole bunch of different types of sauces that you could put on the wings. The great thing about them is none of their wings are fried. There's no fryer in their restaurants. It's literally all baked wings, which is awesome. It's a little healthier than you would with your typical fried wings. With that said, though, they sell a huge amount of different things. They sell tacos. They sell, oh man, what else? They have salads, they have vegan hamburgers and vegan options, they have regular hamburgers. So we're definitely gonna go ahead and focus on the wings today, but we're gonna have a different, a little bit of a variety, maybe 3 or 4 dishes. But I'll see you guys there. All right, guys, we finally made it to Island Wing Company, and this place is really, really nice. Like, it's really well organized. Not only that, it's pretty full, but I just find it super interesting and super cool. Every single booth that they have in this location has an individual TV. Not only that, but as you guys can see, they have TVs all over, like most basically bars and restaurants like this, like wing places. But this is really cool because I've never seen it where there's one actually individual on the table personally. I find that amazing. Not only that, the food looks delicious. There's a huge variety of different things, like I mentioned. You have flatbreads, you have salads, you have hamburgers, sandwiches, tacos, you have the wings, you have like different entrees where they have like seafood, shrimp, salmon, and different things like that, because it's like a mix of like the chicken wings and stuff like that, but it's also, I'm guessing that's the island, it's like island food, so it's really freaking cool. To start off, we did take the waitress's recommendation. I mean, she was really cool. She's super nice, super friendly, brought our drinks pretty much immediately. But she did mention that on the menu, they have something called the cheesy buffalo chicken dip. And basically, it's like chicken mixed with cheese and different things like that. And it's a little bit spicy, but it's made into a dip, like buffalo chicken dip, basically, with like fresh tortilla chips that they bring out. So we're really looking forward to having some of that. And we're looking over the menu. We're definitely gonna get an order of wings, and we're gonna try to see if we get something from like the menu besides wings, just so we can taste it and try it out. So once the food's out, I'll see you guys again. All right, guys, we went ahead and we're gonna do our orders. We know exactly what we're gonna get. I'm gonna look it over as I'm telling you guys because I haven't memorized the order yet. But basically, we went ahead and we got that appetizer that we mentioned. We went ahead and ordered a steak and cheese quesadilla because it just sounded delicious right now. We don't really feel like eating burgers or anything like that for now. And then for the chicken wings, we got 15 chicken wings, and we got 3 different types of sauces right now. So the sauces that we got are gonna be mango habanero for me, because I like a little bit of a kick, and the sweetness from the mango, I feel like it's gonna complement that spice from the wing. My wife is gonna get honey garlic, which is a little bit spicy, but not quite as spicy as the habanero mango. And then of course, we're both gonna get a mild, just in case. My wife loves teriyaki, so we're gonna go ahead and get the teriyaki wings to try them out. If we're still hungry afterwards, we'll probably order 10 more wings, but I don't know, we'll see. For right now, I think the 15 wings are gonna be fine because we're gonna have that, the quesadilla plus the appetizer. So I feel like it's gonna be between all that together, it's gonna be a good meal for 2 people. All right. Hopefully these wings are as good as they look, man, because they look amazing. In the meantime, I'm just gonna go ahead and watch TV. All right, guys, they brought out the first dish, which is the appetizer. This looks really, really good, man. This looks really appetizing. And it looks kind of spicy, not too spicy, so I can't wait to dig in, but you guys have to see this. All right, guys, look at how amazing this food looks. You have these fresh nachos, tortilla chips, and then you have this dip. Now the dip, I mean, look, it's a whole layer of cheese, but, oh my goodness. It's a whole layer of cheese, but on the inside, it's nice, it's soft, it's hot, and it's gooey. And it has a whole bunch of diced chicken in it. You have buffalo sauce on the top. It looks like it's cheddar, maybe mixed with a little bit of mozzarella. But the cheese, like, already cooled down a bit, but look at that. That looks so freaking delicious. Let's go ahead and try this out. See if I can get a piece of chicken to come onto the tortilla chips. Let's go ahead and try this out. Hopefully I don't burn my mouth too bad. All right, guys, just go ahead and it's like falling. It's really, really good. However, maybe it's because I haven't eaten since early this morning. It's about 8 o'clock right now, and I last ate like at around 10 in the morning. It's a little salty for me. It might be the mix of the cheese, mixed with the buffalo sauce, mixed with the tortilla chips themselves, and I think that's what's making it salty. With that said, the flavors. Right after that saltiness dissipates, you have a little bit of taste of the creaminess of the cheese. It tastes a little bit like heavy cream, and that chicken is perfectly tender. As soon as you bite down into it, the juices kind of flow into your mouth, and then you get the crunch from the chip right after. Once again, I really do think it's a little bit too salty, but I do think it's really good regardless. So let's go ahead and get a little bit more and see, but the cheese is so thick and it's cooling down already. So it's getting hard to like use the chip to do it because it causes the chip to break. However, when I just grab the gooey center, it's actually not that salty. So it might have been that I just grabbed too much cheese. Wow, I never thought I would say that. I grabbed too much cheese. All right, guys, we finally got our order in. Thank goodness, because I am really hungry, and I can't wait to try this out. This is really cool. We have the quesadilla, we have the wings, and we have the fries. Now, the fries do look a little bit burned, but we'll see how that fares like once I taste them. All right, guys, so this here is our food. Now, the really cool thing is that you have the teriyaki wings. You have 5 of them. We have the 5 mango habaneros, which is probably going to be all mine. And then we have the honey garlic. They look really good. They served it with some fries. They also gave us some celery sticks to try, along with the ranch, which is pretty typical when you're having wings. And then you have the steak quesadilla. The steak quesadilla looks so freaking good, though. I can't wait to try it out. You can see the sauce and the grease from the steak itself. It just looks really appetizing. I can't wait. And they served it with a little bit of sour cream. Now, first things first, it is going to be messy, but we're going to go ahead and try ourselves one of the teriyaki wings. Ooh, look at that sauce. It's nice and thick. It looks really good. You can see the seasoning, the pepper, the sesame seeds. Oh, I can't wait to try this out. And then the edges are nice and burnt, which is really good for me when you're having wings. That's really important. All right, teriyaki wing first. Let's try this out. All right, it's really good because since they're baked, and even though they're really dipped in the sauce, like you guys can see, the outside skin's just a little bit crispy from being baked. Not only that, but because the edges are kind of burnt, it gives it that little bit of a charred taste that I come in, you guys know me already, that I love in any type of protein or meat or anything like that I eat. This looks really delicious. I gotta show you the inside. It is perfectly cooked. As you can see, the inside of the wing is perfectly cooked. It's nice and golden. The sauce is so thick that as soon as I bit down, the sauce actually went into the grooves of the chicken wing itself. So you already know that next bite's gonna be really saucy, really delicious, and full of flavor. All right, that one was the teriyaki. Now we're gonna go ahead and try out the honey garlic. This one I'm really interested in. Normally I don't like honey that much, but when you add garlic to something, it just takes it to that next level. Same thing as before. The sauce is nice and thick. It's coating the chicken perfectly. It doesn't fall off, so it's really good in chicken wings. Same thing with this one. It's a little bit charred on the edges, and it looks really freaking good. It kind of feels a little bit crunchy despite it being completely covered in sauce. It doesn't feel soggy like you do, like, you know, some wings do in other places. But now let's go ahead and try this one. Immediately, that honey flavor comes through, and right after you get that punch of the garlic, and then you get that delicious taste of chicken that's charred. So it complements itself really well. If you're a lover of honey, unlike me, I actually enjoy this, and I'm not too friendly with honey. Like, I don't like honey too much, especially when it's raw or just honey on its own. It's just too sweet for me. But you balance it out with the saltiness of the chicken itself and the hit of the garlic right under it. It is perfect. Now, the moment I've been waiting for that I really want to try is these mango habanero. The really cool thing is it looks like they were cooked with the sauce. So unlike the other two, as you guys will be able to see in a second, the sauce isn't outside coating it. It looks like it's mixed in with the skin, like it absorbed it. So we're gonna go ahead and just grab the closest one. So this one, the bottom is completely coated, but the inside, it looks like the sauce, ooh, it's already burning my fingers. The sauce itself went into the wing. So you already can tell that this is gonna be a delicious wing. Now, this is one of their spicier wings, and it's not the spiciest, but we're not here to do a spice challenge. So let's go ahead and try this wing out. This is mango habanero. Hopefully this is as good as it looks. It's not that spicy, believe it or not, but it is spicy. So you get the sweetness from the mango. It's very slight. I kind of wish it was a little bit stronger, but then right after you just start getting that overwhelming heat. It just starts kicking up as the seconds go by, so it just gets worse and worse. But it's definitely something that's very easily handleable. I'm not sure if it's the sweetness of the mango that's bringing the spice down, but it's all in all, it's pretty good, definitely. I usually have them in most places, but I do like the sauce. It tastes good. It's just that mix of spice. The spice is not overwhelming where it takes away the enjoyment from the dish. But then the sweetness from the mango is still there, and you can kind of taste it. Once again, though, I do wish that the mango taste was a little bit stronger. I think it would add a little bit more flavor to the wing, because it's like a half a second of sweetness, and then after that, it's just like the heat and the chicken wing flavor, and that's pretty much it, which is a little disappointing. It's delicious, but I just wish it was just a tad bit sweeter, or at least that mango flavor was a little more apparent. Now, let's go ahead and try the fries. They're good. Honestly, they taste like pretty much any other place, any other fries. But let's go ahead to the other dish that as soon as I saw it on the menu, it completely grabbed my attention. And that is the steak quesadilla. I cannot wait to try this. I'm not gonna use the sour cream, that's gonna be for Julie, but I am gonna have a piece of the steak quesadilla on its own just to see how it is. But first, I need you guys to see it. So like I said before, you can see the juices, but let's go ahead and lift it and just check the inside real quick. Oh, it is freaking really hot to the touch. You have nice thick pieces of steak in there. You have what looks like cheddar cheese. But let's go ahead and we're gonna try it out. It's nice and crispy to the touch. You can hear it crackling. Ooh, really excited to try this. Let's go ahead and try this out. The steak is so tender, it kind of feels like I'm biting down on butter. And the butter flavor that's coming off of this is so strong and overwhelming that I don't really taste the steak. I just taste the nacho, the cheese, bunch of butter, and that's it. I can't have that taste of the steak. It is really tender. It melts in your mouth as soon as you bite into it. It is good, but I always like to give my personal opinion on it. I do wish that it just, it's a steak quesadilla, so I kind of wish that, the cheese is great and all, it's delicious, but I feel like you really should taste steak instead of butter when you're biting down into this and you're eating a steak and cheese quesadilla. I mean, I feel like that's the whole point, you know what I mean? It is really good though. With that said, guys, we are very glad to be back in Orlando. It is great that we're back at home. We're actually being able to settle down and go out on dates, just us two again, and just trying out different foods here in Orlando, keep experimenting, keep finding different places to eat, so I can show you guys what to come and visit whenever you guys come and visit to Orlando. You know, when you visit Orlando, when you go to Disney, the theme parks, any of that. But for now, thank you so much for watching, guys. Me and my wife are gonna go ahead and finish our food. And well, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for the people that have been commenting. I do have a vegan place for one of my viewers that commented. I told her I was gonna go ahead and check out a vegan place, and I believe it's gonna be 2 weeks from now, maybe. I can't make any promises, but I promise it will. I can't make any promises of whether it's now or in the next 2 weeks, but I will say that it's gonna be before the end of the year. As well as somebody else a few days ago mentioned about a Vietnamese restaurant. So the video that I made when we went to the Vietnamese pho place, they actually mentioned that they wanted to come and visit one that's different than the one that I went to, and they heard really good things about it. So that's another place that we're gonna go ahead and check out. That actually might be coming next week. I think we're gonna go do that video next week. With that said, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this quesadilla and finish having some dinner with my wife. Until next time, let's just keep on eating.